Again, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Gashi Skyman. William Samoei Ruto is actually staring at a defeat in 2027. William Samoei Ruto is being advised by very close allies to change the strategy. According to the Kenyan Constitution, 142 Article 2, the president shall serve for a maximum of 2-term limits, and each term is 5 years. But the Constitution does not say that the 2 terms must follow each other. It is against this background that William Samoei Ruto is being advised by some guys who are very, very close to him that he can postpone contesting in 2027 and go for it again in 2032. That he can withdraw from the race in the last minute. And because of a number of reasons. And by the way, it is also important to note that historically, Grover Cleveland, I think he was the 22nd US president, decided to do this. So he was the 22nd president of the USA, and then he contested again, and that was in 1885 to 1889, and again he contested in 1893 to 1897. Strategically. You also remember Muhammad Buhari, who was a military general, who was defeated. Is it 1980 or 19? You can remind me. That one I can't remember. But I remember Buhari of Nigeria also came back and won the election. William Samoei Ruto can decide to do this, learning from history. The second reason why I think William Samoei Ruto can listen to this advice, or why he can decide to take this advice, is because of Raila Moriga. ODM is going to contest. If Raila will be on the ballot, there's no way William Samoei Ruto can survive. There's no way William Samoei Ruto can win an election when Raila is there. Because as we speak now, Raila Moriga is the oxygen that is holding William Samoei Ruto's government. If Raila withdraw his support, if what to say to tell William Samoei Ruto mpaka leo, sasa kila mtu elekee makwao, what would happen? I'm not sure whether this government would survive. I'm not sure. If they decide to unite with the opposition, they will pass a vote of no confidence, no bill will go through parliament, and William Samoei Ruto will find it very, very difficult. Extremely difficult. So if Raila will be on the ballot, then William Samoei Ruto, you know very well that he can't win. So he can decide to postpone the contest. Number 2, in my view, the opposition is likely to unite behind one candidate. The opinion polls are showing that Mizani Africa showed the latest opinion poll that Matiang'i was leading. And Moriga is coming out very, very strongly, by the way. Very, very strongly. And William Samoei Ruto was number 4. Kalonzo, number 3. And when you look at the situation, if now the opposition decide to unite behind somebody like Fred Matiang'i, or Moriga, or Kalonzo, or whoever, that would be so strong for William Samoei Ruto. That would be a nightmare to William Samoei Ruto. That would be a sure bet that the opposition is going to win, and they would win in the morning, and they would have William Samoei Ruto for breakfast in 2027. Against this now, William Samoei Ruto can decide to withdraw from the race. The other reason is because of the Gen Z rage. Hasira. Vijana wana hasira. Wananchi wana hasira. The anger in this nation is palpable. You can feel it. They are angry with the government because of false promises, extrajudicial killing, kidnapping, so many things that are making Kenyans very, very angry. And because of this anger, because of this rage, the only thing for William Samoei Ruto, because he cannot win, how can he win when everybody is angry? How can he win when the Gen Z have united against him? How can he win? So the best thing is to let the temper, the anger, to cool. And then by 2032, maybe he can try his luck. The other thing is that the kitchen is too hot for William Samoei Ruto. It is too hot Look at the international community. The US is considering looking at the status Kenya and allied NATO movement. The US government is hot on the hill. The kitchen is very, very hot. Very, very hot. And the opposition is not giving William Samoei Ruto time to breathe. And now he would like maybe to get time to breathe. And decide now, let me support somebody else. Let me try something else so that I can buy time in 2032. Maybe people can actually see something different. Again, he understood very clearly that times heals. I don't know whether you remember when Kibaki took over. In fact, there was a lot of complaint. Truth be told, there were a lot of complaint, especially the second term. And that is why Kibaki lost the referendum. And that's how ODM was born. Again, I remember Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta when he became the president, especially the second term. Many people are not happy with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Many people don't agree with him. Ameenda kwa baba, sijui nini, hardship government, hatukuli barabara, nini. What about today? Today, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is the most loved politician in Kenya today. If a contest was to be availed, and if Kenyans were told, whom would you want to, which political leader would you like to address this gathering? There is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, there is Kafogo, there is Moriga, there is Gachagua. Definitely, many people are going to say Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is not that he was very much loved, because tulikuwa hapa, tunaona. But now today, time heals everything. And now when you look at it, there's something else about the deals with ODM. He can decide to have a deal with ODM that let me support you all the way to 2032. Then in 2032, you support me as a candidate. It's a deal. It's likely to be a deal. Because I don't think Raila is just cooperating with William Samoei Ruto without knowing what he wants. Because Raila is going to spring a surprise. And I'm going to give a video about this. Again, when you look at William Samoei Ruto, age is on his side. In 2032, he will still be energetic. In 2032, he will still be relevant. And you see, what happens is that when a leader leaves the office, that is when people start saying, I think this man was good. I think this one was good. I remember even reading the Bible somewhere that when Jesus was crucified and there was darkness, people started saying, I think this was a man of God, was a true son of God. In Kikuyu we say, a cow is said to have produced a lot of milk, to have been producing a lot of milk once it dies. But I'm not saying that William Samoei Ruto is fitting the bill. But he understands history. He understands the minds of Kenyans. And by the way, never say anything is impossible in politics. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. The only thing that is not possible is that which does not exist in Kenyan politics. You know, one thing about Kenyan politics is that politicians do not have any principles. They don't have any ideology. Ni bedera tu ambazo zinafuata upepo. Guys, please like my video, subscribe to this channel. Till next time, this is Gashi Skyman. Bye bye.